Good morning, everyone. It's Sal, Stretford Post. How you all doing? And welcome to Breaking Dawn. It's Friday again. Sunday, Monday, what? It is Friday again, guys. Love it. We love the Friday show. We love it, guys, because it's the start of the weekend, you know? And you know what? It's Friday Night Football live. You know, Friday Night Football. Can't remember the last time we had Friday Night Football. Guys, can you remind me the last time Man United played on a Friday? I don't know. Goodness me. It's been a while, especially late at night on a Friday. Would have preferred it to be still at the weekend at 5 p.m. But you know what? It is what it is. I'll be here for the watch along late at night, guys. Late at night. I will be here. But guys, thank you so much for joining me. Please don't forget to smash a like on the video. And please don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new, guys. Lurking in the distance, lurking in the distance. We're here Friday, and it is Manchester United week. This is what it's all about. We're leading up to the Europa League final, of course, guys. We're not going to shut up about the Europa League final. We're going to shove that Europa League final so far down your throat, you won't know what has gone down there. You know what I mean? Which basically reminds me of the P. Diddy trial. Anyway, but you know what? We're not gonna talk about that. We're not gonna go anywhere near that. We're talking about Manchester United here. So let's not conflict these two terrible atrocities that are going on. Manchester United and P. Diddy. You know what I mean? Who would have thought that it would be two of those people in the same sentence? I would have never thought that, but you know what? It is what it is. Now, guys, thank you for joining me, guys. Let me just read some of your comments real quickly before I get on my way. Big up, Grayo. What's going on, you legend? How you doing, my friend? So I hope you're well, brother. I was on Rich's channel last night and got into an argument with two fans and wanted Aramam sacked. One said if Ancelotti was a manager, we would be great. Do you know what I said? The other day, Grayo? I said, you can lead a cow to the water. Doesn't mean they're going to drink from the water. You can feed someone knowledge. Doesn't mean the knowledge is going to go in their head. Some of them are just hollow. It just goes around, you know. It's like a magnetic field around their head that they can't get. They can't get. It's like a reverse magnetic field. They can't get the information in their head. They can't get the overriding evidence that's been going on for the last few years. It's like I just think honestly, it's a sorry circumstance that some people have. You know what? Really, really slow brains. And I think these people have them slow brains, unfortunately, for them. You know, and I wish them the best of luck in their slow brainism, whatever it's called. Do you know what I mean? But one thing I would say is that if they took the time out to research what's going on, we can have O.J. Simpson's lawyer in the court of law. The Glazers will be found guilty, not the managers. Right? The Ineos will be found guilty, not the managers. The players will be found guilty, not the managers, because there is an overriding fact here. There's something that's going on here which stems far, far deeper than these people even think. They don't know about culture at the football club. They don't know about, you know, the external elements that affect a football club. They see things like I said this week. I have ball. I kick ball in goal. I win. That is how they see football, literally caveman football. This is what they do. They don't have the brain capacity. They don't have it, and they won't. And the reason they're doing this is because they already stuck their neck out in regards to Ruben Amorim and said, Ruben Amorim, get him out of my club. It's not your club. No one wants you, mate. No one wants you at our football club, number one, right? It's our club, right? And at the end of the day, they stuck their neck out so far, do you know what I mean? Like a giraffe, you know, that they can't go back. They can't go back. And their ego prevents them from going back. And that is the issue with these people. And they're a sorry state of affairs. You know, part of me feels like, just like you, Graham, part of me feels privileged and honored to have been watching Man United from the late 80s, you even before, Graham, and during the 90s. I feel happy. I feel like I got to understand football better. You know what I mean? These people are just like vibes, quick success. Oh, he's not doing it in 5 months. Like I said, you wouldn't be able to build a Tesco Metro in 5 months, and you're expecting Ruben Amorim to fix the biggest club in the world, which is broken, in 5 months. There you go. And that's what I would say about that, my friends. Big up, Grayo, you legend. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. I mean, how thick are these people? I haven't said you learn anything. It's probably it's bloody players, not the manager. I have to leave the channel. Then I was fuming. Mate, you know what? These things will push your buttons. These people push your buttons. You know what I mean? Unfortunately, they're very slow people. I would liken them to, if you ever seen the Mario Brothers movie from back about 1993, go back and watch that movie. right? And there's these big beings, right? These big beings, and they have a head about that big. Their head is about that big. It's like a little head. That's these people, little brains. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Little tiny brains, little tiny pips in their head. And you know, you can tell who they are because they follow the likes of those other channels who are, you know, so trigger happy with the Ruben Amramout stuff and stuff like that. Big up, Danny B. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you, mate. Good to see you. Good morning, Roy Michael. How you doing, brother? Hope God bless you too. And everyone on the stream, absolutely. Legends. Good morning, Devil. Good morning, Mark. How you doing, my friend? How you doing, brother? Hope you're doing well. Morning, sir. 100%. This Rashford saga will drag on to this summer window. He's not willing to take pro cut. He wants to move. He's the happiest he's ever been. Mr. Rashford, he's the happiest he's ever been, but doesn't want to take a pay cut, even though he's a multi-millionaire. Life's too short to sit around and be unhappy. That he needs to just move on, for goodness sake. He's a millionaire already, a multi-millionaire. Do you know what I mean? 325 grand a week he's been earning for what? Scoring a couple of goals for Aston Villa. You know what I mean? So, you know what? He just needs to move on. Do us all a favor, mate. Stop being a prat and move on. Do you know what I mean? That's what I would say to his fans. Big up Shah Alam, my friend. Leeson, good morning, my friend. How you doing? True fans support the team through good and bad moments. Spot on, Leeson. Spot on, Leeson. You know what? Nobody is saying you can't criticize. But when people refuse to take into account the overriding evidence of the past 1.5 decades, you know, I cannot fathom how, you know what, they have, you know, they're human beings, you know what I mean? I'll liken them more to an antelope or something, or a buffalo or something like that. Really small brains, fish memories and stuff like that. Absolutely, absolutely. Mark. Madrid has so many superstars, but Madrid failed with Ancelotti. United scored is much worse than Madrid. Exactly. Carlo Ancelotti, all due respect to Carlo Ancelotti, but Carlo Ancelotti's managed AC Milan and Real Madrid. What did he do at Everton? Can someone remind me what Ancelotti did at Everton? Because he's such a great manager. Ancelotti can make so many great players look good, so many poor players look good, right? So what did he do for Everton then? He was managing Everton. He's such a great manager. So how comes that Ancelotti, such a great manager, can't make Everton into prime Barcelona? Why can't he make those players look better than they are? Why is that? I wonder why. Is it possibly the players? Is it possibly that? You know, are these people silly? Are they stupid? Are they dumb? Can you turn Peter Crouch into prime Ronaldinho? No, you can't. You know what I mean? It's just an absolute farce of a brain of theirs. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it's an insult to the human race, some of these people. Do you know what I mean? I would say that in all due respect. Big up. Good morning, Sanjay. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Greetings from Krakow, Poland. How you doing, Sanjay, from Poland? You travel around, Sanjay. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Of course. Big up. Grayo, I'm good, my friend. Off to work in half an hour. Take it easy, Grayo. Take it easy. I'm off out very, very soon myself. Absolutely. Franco Maston-Twice scored a penalty last night, Sal. He's a big player, mate. He's a big player. Man United need to get that deal done. Good morning, Sal. If it's Aiden Head, he's back. He's back for tonight. Yeah, absolutely great news. I prefer him to Lindelof, to be honest. Lindelof, I prefer Aiden Heaven to him, to be honest with you. I would like Aiden Heaven to start in the final rather than Lindelof, of course. Alma, Liverpool and United are both owned by Americans and they are both in it for the profit. Yet Liverpool are well run and successful and we aren't. What's the difference? That's like saying, you know what, someone in England is the same, someone in Darlington is the same as someone in London. You know, just because they're American doesn't mean that they are good or bad. You know, we've just been unfortunate that we've had the worst possible American owners in history. Liverpool haven't. I would add to that, though, that Jurgen Klopp is a big part of what Liverpool have done. Jurgen Klopp really did rebuild the culture at that football club. Culture again, really did rebuild that culture at that football club. And it has been easier for the Americans. Let's not forget they had other American owners which are forced at the club. Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't have American owners at a football club because Americans don't like football. And that's just why it is. And they may pretend, but they don't like football. They like the money that comes with football. And that is the way they are throughout the world. You know what I mean? Everything they touch turns to crap. You know what I mean? So I would say that, you know what, we're just unlucky that we have the worst ownership in history, whether they're American, no matter where they are, where they're from. They're the worst ownership in history. And they don't like us. They're using the excuse now that because they're not liked, they're thinking of their safety, which is why they don't go to Man United games. So how comes I see them at finals but no other games? And that does really tell a story, doesn't it? At the end of the day, Liverpool. The one thing about Liverpool, and I give Liverpool their credit, which I don't like doing, is their fans get together, their fans unite, the fans fight for one cause. When there is a cause to be fought, the fans fight for that cause. Unfortunately, with Manchester United, we're not unified. We don't unite. Like people were saying here, that Ruben Amorim out crowd, stupid crowd like that. Do you know what I mean? I would say. And don't look at the overriding facts and stuff like that and just want to argue with people, even though we present them with the facts about what's going on at Manchester United, of course. Big up, if Pep or Klopp took over United this season, they could even worse off. Nobody can take over charge of this Man United team and expect miracles. It's going to take time. And the one thing that we haven't done is stick by the manager. The one thing we haven't done is just said, right, we're going to ride this out. You know what I mean? And said we're going to see what goes on, and we're going to back this manager, not the players. Absolutely. Big up, Grayo. Big up. Grayo, one thing I'll say, bruv, is that I've been involved in a number of these little debates many times. Don't let them get to you, to be honest with you. Most of them, you know what, at the end of the day, they're farmers who live in a barn. That's what they are, you know what I mean? And they have no patience. At the end of the day, that's what they are. The highlight of their day is milking a cow, so they just need to be quiet. Danny B, Michael Edwards, Almac, and proper football run in the club, and was the difference. That's true, Danny B. And I hate it. We are in talks for Turkey. I hope we sign him. Hopefully. We should have got Ancelotti after Alex LVG. Now we have Amorim, and I believe in him. Amorim in. Yeah. The Ancelotti train went a long time ago. Alex Ferguson's made 2 errors, big errors at Manchester United, and they are big errors, and we're still suffering for today. One of them was the Glazers with the Rock of Gibraltar, etc. And another one was obviously the appointment of David Moyes, which I felt like was the wrong appointment. The wrong appointment it was. And disgusting, and we've been feeling the effects since then. Someone like Ancelotti should have took charge of Manchester United after Alex Ferguson left. Someone like Pep, Klopp, someone like that. Even Mourinho should have took charge of Man United after Sir Alex Ferguson left, in my opinion. Morning, Chow. How you doing, my friend? I just want to ask, what's your first reaction to Paul Ince join Liverpool? Nothing too much, Chow. Didn't, to be honest with you, because he went to Inter Milan before Liverpool. He went to Inter Milan. He done all right at Inter Milan. Then he went to Liverpool. It's not ideal, no, but you know what? The biggest achievement that Paul Ince ever did at Liverpool, you know what the biggest achievement was? It was scoring an equaliser against Manchester United in the 1998-99 season to almost cost us a treble, which ultimately it didn't, of course. So that is, you know what? Let Paul Ince do his thing. Paul Ince would be Paul Ince. Paul Ince is a bitter fella. He still is, about Manchester United, about the way things ended with Alex Ferguson and stuff like that. And you know what? I'm glad it ended, because at the end of the day, we went on to bigger and greater things without Paul Ince. So, at the end of the day, in hindsight, it's beautiful. I wouldn't change it for the world. Absolutely. Lindelof shouldn't even start again for United. Mr. Southvoice, morning family. Absolutely. Afro, big up yourself. He shouldn't be starting games for Man United in 2025, for goodness sake. Would Real Madrid still have Lindelof? Would Bayern Munich, would PSG have Lindelof playing for them? Absolutely not, and we still got it. And there you go. It's part of the problem again, of course, guys. Absolutely. Shah, I want Heaven to start in the final. No Lindelof or Luke Shaw, but he might not be match fit enough to start. This is the problem, Shah. Hopefully, Aiden Heaven can get some minutes tonight. Hopefully, we can get some players who can get some minutes and get a little bit match fit. That would be good, because you know what, match fitness is so important. It's underestimated. I do think Heaven has more of a chance than De Ligt. De Ligt hasn't played for a long time. I do think Euro has more chance than De Ligt as well. I just feel like it's going to be Mazraoui. My prediction, I'm going to give my prediction next week when things clear up a little bit in regards to the team selection, the lineup and stuff like that. I'm going to give my lineup and give my ideas of what I think is going to happen in the final. Big ups, Sal. Thanks for the advice, bro. No problem, Grayo. Big up yourself. Hope you're doing well. We have to be careful about set pieces against Spurs. Yeah, We have to be careful. Solanke and all that. We have to be Solanke. We have to be careful of those people, of course. We have to be ready for that game. Physically, Tottenham are stronger than us. And, we have to be wary of the physicality. Technically, I think Man United are better. And I think Man United can beat Tottenham. And we have to be confident. Philip, what's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Sal, will you be watching the hurling on Saturday? 2 games up store in Limerick? No. I live in the UAE, Philip. I won't be able to watch it, unfortunately. But big up the hurling. Shah, how much do you think we'd have to pay off Rashford as if he doesn't want to take a pay cut? Don't blame me massively. We get about 20 million, Shah, roughly around that money. And speaking about money, Adam Wharton, guys. Adam Wharton has a release clause of 71 million euros. What does that mean, guys? Adam Wharton has a release clause of 71 million pounds. So basically, if we want Adam Wharton from Crystal Palace, we would have to pay 71 million euros up front. So what Manchester United are trying to do, they're trying to work out a deal with Crystal Palace where we can pay Crystal Palace in installments. That will move the price up to 100 million euros. If Man United want to override the release clause, Man United are going to have to pay a little extra on that interest. So Man United would have to pay around 100 million on that transfer. So what would you do about that, guys? What would you do? Would you pay 100 million euros in installments for Adam Wharton? Look, I'm a huge admirer of Adam Wharton. Adam Wharton is wanted by Liverpool and Arsenal, amongst others. What would you do? Would you fight tooth and nail? Would you pay the money? Would you just pay the release clause, 71 million euros? Would you pay that, which is about 60 million pounds? Would you pay that? Or would you pay the installment plan? You know what I mean? Like a credit card, and pay them in installments and pay a little bit extra. Put a little bit of spice onto that price. Absolutely. What would you do? Would you sign Adam Wharton in installments for 100 million euros? Guys, come on down, would you? I mean, it's a lot of money for a young player like that who currently plays for Crystal Palace. But here we are, Premier League tax. Where are we? Shah. But it makes me angry that we keep giving them big contracts and big wages. This is not the players' fault, is it, Shah? This is obviously down to Murto and Woodward back in the incompetence of Murto and Woodward. That a bit were going on for a long, long time. You know, we were run really incompetently. What we used to do is we used to to keep players, we used to just throw money at them. And we all know when you throw money at something, your heart's not in it, is it? So if you throw money at somebody who's not really winning anything, he's not performing like the best, you know what I mean? Like we used to see players perform, you know, it's not going to make them perform. It just shows you that you're weak, that, just throw money at them. And obviously the player like Casemiro, like Rashford are going to take the money. They're going to take the money. They're not going to say, nah, I don't want it because I'm not performing well. I'll go elsewhere. They're going to say, yeah, I'll take that. Thank you very much. And that's it. Unfortunately, we live in an era where these players, they don't really care about Manchester United. They don't love Man United like they, you know, like I remember the players who used to love Man United. Players like Brian Robson, you know what I mean? Captain Magnificent, of course, guys. Marvel. Danny, up the Limerick. Me too, up the Limerick. Pick up. Whatever you say. I think they will risk Lenny Yoro to start. Would you risk it, guys? Would you risk Lenny Yoro starting in the final? I mean, he's played football this last week. Can I be honest with you guys? And I'm going to be totally frank. Butcher. I'm going to say, yes, I would risk Yoro in the final. I agree with Ephraim. I would risk him. I just can't see Linda Soft playing in that game and us winning the game. I look at Lindelof. I mean, even when we're playing the likes of Southampton, if we got Lindelof in the team, I'm like, oh my goodness me. Do you know what I mean? But this is a Tottenham in a European final. So, you know what I mean? It's going to be difficult. I mean, we don't know, do we? I mean, he might go out there and think this is my last game for Man United and I'm going to play the game of my life. Or he might go out there and say, well, I don't really want to get an injury because I want to sign for another club and I'm leaving, my contract's expired and I want to play for another club. It could work both ways. Either way, I would drop Lindelof. I wouldn't play him. And I would try someone else, Aiden Heaven or Yoro, and just take the risk. Bigger Ephraim. Another English tag for United. Yeah. If Wharton can get us to the league title, do it, Mark. Absolutely. I mean, I like Wharton. I think Wharton is a very good player. People like a lot of people said the same thing about Michael Carrick before Michael Carrick signed. That before Michael Carrick signed, he said, oh, because he's English and stuff like that. No, You know, Alex Ferguson's very smart. You know what I mean? And he purchased players, but Adam Wharton would be a very shrewd signing for Man United. But it's the price. It's the price. It's the money that it's going to cost. I'm the same with Cunha. I like Cunha, but there's 70 million for a Wolverhampton Wanderers player and an Atletico Madrid reject. Am I happy with that? I'd be happy it was 50 million. You know, I mean, it should really be 50 million for Wharton, 50 million for Cunha, 100 million for the both, not 100 million for Wharton. But obviously, Wharton has a 71 million euro release clause. So Man United want to override the release clause because if you abide by the release clause, you have to pay the full money straight away. You can work out a deal with Crystal Palace and say we're going to pay you 100 million if we get Adam Wharton in installments. No way to expect unproven player. There you go. England international. Add a player or two. Big up, Mark. No, I buy Jasari for 30 million, who is arguably better. Danny B, good point. Wharton is top class, worth every euro. That guy is the new Carrick, Mark. There you go. You never know. This is the whole thing, guys. So this is why I love this community, because we all have our different opinions. Football, let me tell you guys, is subjective, right? In regards to player transfers, it's subjective. And we all have the players that we like. We all have the players that we don't like. We think someone's overrated, overpriced, stuff like that. Look at me. I think Cunha's overpriced. You know, some people say, no, I pay the money for Cunha. Some people say, no, it's too much. And some people say it's 50 million, like me. You know what I mean? You know, and that's what I would say at the end of the day. Listen, Arden Josiah, best one to sign. Guys, obviously, Dean Huijsen of Bournemouth, it looks likely to sign for Real Madrid. Now, look, let me tell you a little story about Dean Huijsen, guys. Dean Huijsen was very well known, a very talented player who played for the Juventus youth team, right? He played in the same Juventus youth team as Kenan Yildiz and players such as that. And I find it really astonishing that with the global scouting network that we had, that we couldn't find Dean Huijsen. I knew who Dean Huijsen was. Other people knew who Dean Huijsen was. Why did we miss out on Dean Huijsen, now who's going to sign for Real Madrid? Everyone knew how talented Dean Huijsen was. Now, this is when I bring into the conversation when I talk about Kamada and Liberali and Scotti and Bakune and these players who play. You know, why are we not going to the youth teams of AC Milan, of Atalanta and stuff like that and looking for players? You know, at the end of the day, why are we missing out on really, really good players? Generational players. Mad. 100k is way too much. 100 million is way too much. The key rebuilding is getting the best deals. Can't do that effectively on a budget. Absolutely. Adam Wharton, why not get the money from the Citibank revolving credit facility? There you go. FFP and PSR are most likely debt, isn't it? It's going to be debt. I do not think he is a 100 million player. He's not a 100 million pound player, no. Adam Wharton is a 35, 40 million pound player right now. And even that's pushing the boat a little bit. He's a Crystal Palace player. Even that's pushing the boat a little bit, you know. Day and age we live in, unfortunately. We have Kone, no need to sign Wharton. We don't know how good Kone is at the moment, Leeson. You know, we have to wait and see. There is so many players like Wharton we can get cheaper than for the South American market. Maybe. Do they have the personality though, Chow? Have they played in the Premier League, Chow? This is the thing. You know, are they going to be good enough for the Premier League? You know, this is the thing. You have to look at things subjectively. Guys, should Amarim rest our more important players tonight or should he get minutes? Mixture for me, Mark. That's my opinion. Mixture for me. Some players should play, I think. Players that haven't played before. PSG West Ham are swooping for Jasari. Yeah, well, you snooze, you lose. We already owe 89 million in transfers. I love Wharton, but who is more expensive? People owe us money as well, Shah, just to let you know. Edison or Wharton, whoever's cheaper. So they're both very good players. For me, I'll be honest with you. In a Premier League thing, I'll go with Wharton, but that is just my opinion. Who has more seen in Wharton or Mainu? Mainu needs to pick it up, Ephraim. Mainu's been poor the last few months. You know, I don't know what's happened to Mainu. Maybe you guys can tell me what's going on with Mainu. Ever since the contract negotiation, he has rejected the first offer of a contract. Let's not forget, Mainu has rejected the first offer of a contract. Mad. What we make about that? Do you know what I mean? He's a generational player. He reminds me of Lampard, Gerrard, and Cruz combined. Trust me, he is A1. You didn't mention Scholes there. Scholes is better than all of those. Kenny, Cunha price is just too much, to be honest. He was only good for 1.5 seasons. Kenny, look, if I speak, I'll be in trouble. As the great Jose Mourinho used to say, if I speak, I will be in trouble. But everyone wants to jump on the bandwagon. That's fine. I hope we sign Cunha and I hope he succeeds. That's all I can say. But what I am saying is that money's a lot of money. Go look back at Cunha, RB Berlin. Go look at him at Atletico Madrid. You know what I mean? We linked with Cunha before Atletico Madrid and Berlin signed him. He flopped at Atletico. Is Wharton injury prone? I think he missed half the season, I think. We have to look at that. That's another thing that we can't get trapped into, Charlotte. Good point. We can't get trapped into these injuries. If we're going to pay a lot of money for players, we want these players to play 90% of the time plus. You know what I mean? Because I'm tired of injuries. I don't know about you guys, but I'm tired of injuries, to be honest with you. Definitely Cunha is worth between 40 and 55, Shah. That's exactly right. I would say that. Yeah. Not 70. I think 70 is way, way too much. Now, guys, speaking about South American football, Franco Mastantuono, of course, has been linked with a move to Real Madrid and, of course, was mentioned first on Stretford Post, has still a possibility of coming to Manchester United. Manchester United entourage have a group of people who have been sent to watch Mastantuono, who, of course, scored a penalty yesterday and is still high on the radar for Manchester United. Now, look, I wouldn't mind Mastantuono, but Franco Mastantuono is unproven. But what I would say is this. Man United need more than one in each position, you know, and I think Mastantuono will be a very exciting signing. If anyone is going to make it from the South America, it's going to be Mastantuono and Jimenez. There's two players, Jimenez and Mastantuono. These two players, I believe, can make it in the Premier League, can do it in the Premier League. Their talent is up here. And Man United need to fight tooth and nail for Mastantuono because I guarantee you Mastantuono will go to Real Madrid or he'll go to Benfica and then he will end up signing for another club for 80 million in the future. So we need to move quickly with that and we need to make sure we get that deal done quickly, of course. Big up Barman, the legend. What's going on, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. He played some game last night, Franco. He scored a penalty, didn't he, Danny? The price always up when United is interested for any player. And this is what we're talking about. This is why when Man United sell players, everyone's going to know that Man United are desperate for money and they're, desperate for players. So they're going to put the prices up. Man United tax. Alvaro Montaro, Valasarsfield, check him out. So I will do. Alvaro Montano. I think I mentioned him on the show before, my friend. I think I mentioned him on the show before. Valasarsfield of Argentina. Why do you think that ever since Ten Hag came in, we always picked up a lot of injuries? No, it's not, Shah. It's not since Eric Ten Hag came in. Shah, have you been watching for 2 years? Shah, it's been going on for 10 years. Do you think that Martial's injuries were down to Ten Hag? It's been going on for years. Do you think Luke Shaw's injuries were down to Ten Hag? You know, absolutely not. Absolutely not. This has been going on way before, Shah. This has been going on since 2014, my friend. It's not Eric Ten Hag. That's just a lie. You know what I mean? And anyway, we got different coaches now and stuff like that. So why are they still getting injured? If you know anything about fitness, you know, your fitness will change. You know what I mean? If it's still a poor coach, then you get injuries. But this has been going on for years. This is why I'll blame the medical team, not him. Any top team buying Franco Mastantuono would loan him out and develop him. We would buy him and expect him to start. That's the problem, Almac, isn't it? We expect these players to be developed too soon. We put pressure on them too soon. And obviously that can have the adverse effect, of course. I'm not having blame Ten Hag, but do you think these players just can't handle the high intensity? That's more like it. They can't handle high intensity. Exactly that. Why they can't handle high intensity, which is why we get outrun by Wolves, outrun by Bournemouth, outrun by Athletic Bilbao for half an hour, and we struggle. This is why, because the fitness, we're not good at it, and we're poor at it, to be honest with you. Now, speaking of fitness, Cristiano Ronaldo's son, CR7 Jr., who, of course, has just made his Portuguese under-14 debut, could possibly come to Manchester United. Other teams are interested in CR7 Jr., but Manchester United seemed likely to sign the young player on a youth contract. Now, guys, How good is CR7 Jr. going to be? If he's half as good as Cristiano Ronaldo, that wouldn't be bad, would it, at the end of the day? That wouldn't be bad because you know what? We'll be in for a winner. But obviously, he's got a lot of clubs, including Bayern Munich, are interested in CR7 Jr. So we'll have to wait and see. But watch this space in regards to that. CR7 Jr. could be on his way to Manchester United. Another player that used to play for Manchester United, of course, we know him because he was highly rated, Maxi Oyedele. Maxi Oyedele signed for Legia Warsaw from Manchester United's youth team. Well, what is the story about Oyedele? Well, Oyedele could quite possibly leave Legia Warsaw for 6 million euros. Manchester United look in line to make 2 million euros from the Oyedele transfer. Ka-ching, ka-ching, says Jim Ratcliffe. That is what's going to happen. Oyedele leaving for 6 million quoted, which means Man United will get 2 million euros in money. There you go, guys. Absolutely lovely. Absolutely lovely. Another young player that we, Man United are interested in their process, of course, is Dexter Oliver. Dexter Oliver is a player that plays for Tottenham Hotspur. He's not on a contract. He can be a free transfer, but we have had scouts watching Dexter Oliver, who is an attacking midfielder, central midfielder, playing for Tottenham Hotspur, 16 years old. He's deemed to be the next up-and-coming player, Dexter Oliver. Heard it here first. Dexter Oliver, Tottenham Hotspur to Manchester United could quite possibly be a thing. Another young player we're saying, another project player we're saying, but it is what it is. We need to get some experience in there as well, don't we, guys? Absolutely. Absolutely. 45 likes. Can we get to 50, guys? Can we get to 50 likes? Let's get to 50 likes. Come on. Come on, guys. Smash the likes, people. Thank you so much, Shah. Big up yourself. We should sell, buy in there, and keep VTech a second. I agree, Gladiator, with that one. Definitely. 100%, mate. Danny, I felt Aladina was better than Collier. I felt that as well, Danny B. I remember him playing in pre-season, and we were talking about how good he was, and then we sold him. It's a bit like when we sold Kovar, isn't it? When we said, oh, that Kovar looks assured in goal, doesn't he? He looks really good, doesn't he, Kovar? And what happens? Oh, we can't have the fans liking Kovar. No way. Send him to Leverkusen. Do you know what I mean? This is what we do. We did the same with VTech. We do the same all the time. We do it to ourselves. That's what we do. You know what I mean? Alvaro Fernandez could go to Madrid for 40-minute release clause. Could we sell on clause for that? Yes, we have a sell on clause for that. I'm not sure how much it is, to be honest with you. I think we have a little bit of a sell on clause for that. But Real Madrid have been in contact with Man United about the sell on clause. Now, Real Madrid will be speaking to Manchester United this summer to try and organize or make a deal possible for Alvaro Fernandez and overriding the sell on clause. Who can we get? Okay, Madrid. All right. You want Alvaro Fernandez, right? We want Gula. Thank you very much. Give us Gula. You can have that. Override it. Thank you very much. Yeah, 30%. It's a lot. Big up, Danny B. Ephraim, what do you think about Manchester United and not prioritizing a goalkeeper? I don't know what to make of it, Ephraim. I do know that Man United are working from the striker, going down to midfield, going down to defence, and I just feel like they're too slow to make deals for goalkeepers, and, it shouldn't take that long. Look how fast Liverpool and Arsenal are working on deals right now, and look how slow we are working. Onana's not that goalkeeper. Onana's going to still parry balls out to the opposition players. Onana's still not going to come out for crosses. Onana's still going to make bozo mistakes during games, Onana's not that goalkeeper. We need a better goalkeeper. And I do believe that it is highly underrated, the goalkeeping position. I mean, having a good goalkeeper between the sticks is imperative. It's important if you want to challenge for a title. We obviously think it's not important. Shah, should we keep Collier in the summer? So I personally keep it. I'll keep him, mate. I'll keep him. I'm not getting rid of him. No, we ain't got enough numbers. Big up, everyone. Big up, Randy. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. We always sell better academy players to shambles. Let's not forget Zidane Iqbal for £1 million. £1 million, Kenny. Mad. And also, what's his name? Chong. Jahif Chong, we've done the same thing. Of course. We've done, and obviously, Iqbal's done very well at Burnley. Big up, Iqbal. That's robbery, Ephraim. Yeah. How do people analyze football? How do you people analyze football? Studying football. I work in football, Sunny Milan. So I get to see a lot of football. I know a lot of journalists. I see a lot of football live. I know a few players. I talk to players. I've had players on this channel, ex-players, you know, and I get to know football that way, mate. You are talking about Arsenal and Liverpool like they are making it fastly. They're making deals fast, yeah. Those two clubs I already know where they are now. Yeah. Man United is waiting for Europa League first. Europa League, not European League. Europa League, yeah. No. You can still make deals, mate. We paid a lot of money for an entourage of people, Wilcox, Vival, Brailsford, right? That they're meant to be the best in the business at persuasion. So why are they not persuading? Why are they not good at their job? Why Liverpool come in straight away? Why have we still not signed a player? Why haven't we got Cunha through the door so quickly? Why haven't we got Walton? Why? And these players don't, you know what I mean? At the end of the day. You push the post, use your brain to calculate about football. Sunny Milan, let me tell you something, Sunny Milan. Before you come on here and start analysing football, I know footballers. I know more about football than you. I've been in football longer than you, Sunny Milan. I know a lot more about football than you, mate. I've got family members in football, got family members at Man United. So I listen, Sonny, before you come out there with your dumb brain, mate, right? With your dumb brain, I think you should just go and milk your cow and shut up, mate, because you don't know what you're talking about. You're coming out there, you should use your brain. Why don't you come on the channel and give me a little bit about your intelligence, mate? Why don't you do that? Just an absolute prat. Absolute prat. Yeah, go and get yourself a Glazers in t-shirt. Why don't you go and get yourself a Glazers in t-shirt, Mr. Milan, fake Italian? Go on. When do you sell academy players? Add buyback clauses or sell-on clauses at least. Beef, I hear Xerxes could play in the final along with Euro Martinez. Sonny, when did Van Dijk sign for Liverpool? Come on. When did Robertson sign for Liverpool? Come on. Come on, mate. Their team's been built from years ago. Years ago. With Klopp. That's where their team was built from. Klopp built that team. Klopp. If you're going to support my Manchester United, our Manchester United, right? If you want to support our football team, maybe you should educate yourself a little bit, Sonny. About football, about the birds and the bees. You know what I mean? Yeah, he sounds like Shah Alam does sound like an Ineos fan. You know what I mean? I've forgotten how dumb this guy was. I've forgotten that. They already had a team built, Sonny. Sonny, they already had a team built. It was already there. Are you dumb? Come on, mate. Fix up yourself. Fix up yourself. Be a winner. You know what I mean? Do something with your stupid life. Absolutely. You're dumb. Research things, mate. Look in books, mate. Look in books. Research. Their team was already there. They didn't need anything. You just had to press play. That's all you needed to do. Anyone could have walked into Liverpool. Anyone. And press play. Even Ruben Amorim and press play. Ten Hag and press play. Sonny, you're going to get blocked, mate. Oh, my goodness me. You guys, timeout, Sal. So, Wharton, I don't rate. Yeah, give him a timeout, mate. He needs a timeout. He needs to make sure. He needs some time to read some books. Man United France, patient. Your English, bad. Shut up. There are some people who think they know everything. Absolutely. Idiots. I have to insult you, Sonny, because if you don't insult you, you're not going to bloody learn. You're not going to learn. You listen, guys. Learn, mate. Read books. Understand things. Look at context. Look at subjectively. Look at things properly, mate. Stop talking crap. I supported Man United and football for 40 years. When you weren't even in your nappies, mate. Stop insulting me. Oh, this is Stretford Post, mate. Who do I look like? Saeed? Come on. Klopp built this team already, to be honest. Absolutely, Kenny. I mean, it's absolutely. Morning, Sal. I hear that these names the club linked with, realistically, how many players can you see coming in? Need to offload players not wanted here as well. Those who contracts are absolutely, Courtney. Realistically, how many players can you see coming in? Can I be honest, Courtney? I don't think this is going to make a lot of people happy. I don't think this is going to make a lot of people smile. But I only think realistically, and this is wrong, and I disagree with this, I only think realistically 3 or 4 players are going to come in, and we're going to be very upset in the summer. This is what I honestly think. I think we're going to only let 3 or 4 play. You know what I mean? Absolutely. Your Manchester United is useless fucker team right now, shambles. Your mum's a useless fucker, mate. That's why she made you. Did it, Sal? Big up, Shah. Big up yourself. Big up, Shah. Thank you. Gladiator, they were already a good squad. They just wanted City to have a bad season and Arsenal. Absolutely. And you know what, Gladiator? Because there's a smart people in the chat. What I would say, absolutely. And basically what they did is, basically all they did is press play. You know what I mean? And waited for another team to look. At the end of the day, the points tally that they had this season wouldn't have won the league in most seasons. No one challenged for them for the league. They had an open goal to challenge for the league this season. Anyone would have won the league with Liverpool this season because all they needed to do was walk into Liverpool and press play. That's all they needed to do. Rejuvenated Gravenberch, absolutely. Shard, no problem, Shard. I take it. I love it. I bring it on because you know what I mean. At the end of the day, I give it. I'm not scared to give it. I'll give it back. They want to come on there with their intelligent Glazer nomics sort of opinion. They're going to get my opinion and they're going to feel the full wrath of Sal. Trust me. They're going to feel full wrath of Sal because at the end of the day, Sonny, he's been on here a long time speaking his crap. You know what I mean? I put up with that crap for a long time. This Glazonomics kind of thing. I challenge that every single day. Weird chat today. Big up, Shah. To be honest, Salah was in the form of his life as well. Absolutely, Jobski. Lamine Yamal, what I would say about Lamine Yamal is generational. You get one player like Lamine Yamal every 20 years. Brilliant player, fantastic player. And yeah. Some fans think changing the manager is going to get the challenge. They're idiots, mate. They have no idea what they're talking about. Liverpool penalty merchants. Yeah. How many penalties did they get? How many penalties did they get this season, Liverpool? How many penalties did they get? It's very easy to walk into a club, and this is no offense, Drobski, and this is no offense any Barcelona fans, but it's very easy to walk into a club with Lewandowski, Pedri, Lamine Yamal, and things like that. And people don't look at context here. People don't look at when you've got a settled team already and you just need to press play. You know, that is the thing. People don't look at that at the end of the day. It's prats. Sonny says, stop insulting me. I've not insulted you. Stop insulting me. I don't like it. He shouldn't talk crap then. So, look, listen, Shah, I come from a very, very disciplined flipping life. You know what I mean? In East London. I don't care about insulting people, to be honest with you. You know, because at the end of the day, you're coming onto this channel and insulting our intelligence. You know, you think we haven't watched football for the last 13, 15, 40 years. You know what I mean? You think we don't know who the Glazers are. Why have we been protesting for the last 25 years, 20 years? Why have we been protesting, you know, against Ineos, singing songs about Ineos at the stadium, 70,000 of people? Yet some guy who with a fake name comes up and starts giving it large. It's thick, mate. That's what I would say. But unfortunately, this is the nature of the beast. Yeah, but to be honest, our team was in the shambles last year. Xavi sideways passing, etc. The players were. Drobski, you know what I would say, Drobski? Yeah, is that some people are linking Man United to Xavi. I always take it back to Man United against Barcelona in the Europa League last season. And was it last season? And Ten Hag defeated Barcelona. I was not impressed with Barcelona. I am impressed with them now. But they have a very good team. Lamine Yamal has come to the fore this season as a player, and he's completely changed the dynamics. Him and Pedri. And I think that the European Championships in the summer did really well for Barcelona, with confidence and stuff like that. Great team. Courtney, what is the change in the summer transfer window being split into two? What is the change in the transfer window being split into two? They're trying to make it more time for teams, I think. I believe they're trying to make it into, because of the World Championships. They got the World Championships going on. They're going to try and split it for the beginning and afterwards. That is what I'm hearing. Something along those lines. Could be wrong. Ephraim, Liverpool were challenging last year. What is he talking about? He's talking crap, mate. Know what I mean? He's talking crap. I can see us more so, at least 5, a few surprises come. I see big signing rival. If Man United get Champions League football, don't think Man United won't sign a big player. I think Man United will. Absolutely. Sharlam, how we kept the Glazers for 20 years is insane, while George Gillett and Tom Hicks were owners for 3 years. Because Liverpool fans, they unite and they get rid of their owners. If they don't like their owners, they get rid of. Liverpool wouldn't be moving from Anfield. Anfield should be a listed building, along with Old Trafford. Should be a listed building. A listed building basically is you can't touch it. You can regenerate it, but you can't move. You can't knock it down. Samuel, how you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well, my friend. Good to see you. Hopefully, shaped the scene by Manchester United from Jim Ratcliffe. Fingers crossed, my guy. Fingers crossed. I really hope so, because that's what we need. That's the positivity that we need at the end of the day. Barca just won the league yesterday. Congratulations to Barcelona. Big up. Yeah, Euros really induced Yamal, even though these last few months, Yamal keeps on blowing my mind. He's in quickest mad, but man, he's joy to watch. Yeah, enjoy it, Jobski. What I would say is that when these players come, enjoy it, because they come every 20 years. You know what I mean? We enjoyed Ronaldo. Short-lived, of course. We had to sell Ronaldo in the end because Real Madrid come along, greedy lot. And they bought Madrid from our hands. So what I would say is to Barca, congratulations on the title, the La Liga win. Well deserved. And I wish Lamine Yamal the best of luck. Inshallah. Absolutely. Hopefully, in time, Man United will bring their own Lamine Yamals through. We got a player called Musa. Musa has played with Lamine Yamal. Musa's a striker up front for Man United, and Barcelona are already sniffing around Musa. They're already sniffing around Musa. So, you know what I mean? Yeah. So that's what it is, guys. Absolutely. And look, you know what? We're going to get idiots on this channel, guys. The more we grow, the more idiotic comments we're going to get. No problem, Courtney. I hope you're doing well. It's good to see Courtney back. Proper Stretford Post original, of course. Big up yourself. Yeah, look, you know what? This summer, I'll be traveling. So I'll be going to the likes of Qatar. I'm going to Qatar, guys. Yep. And I'll be going to Italy in the summer. And I'll be talking to various journalists. So hopefully, there will be some big news about some signings and stuff like that. I really do hope so. And that would be great. Man United, in my opinion, need 10 new players, 10 players out, 10 new players in. It's not going to happen. We know that's not going to happen, but that is what Man United need, isn't it? But you know what? This patience things with Ineos, right? Man United fans have been patient for 13 years. If you went to Real Madrid or Barcelona, right, and you said to Barcelona and Real Madrid fans, right, you said to them right now, and I want you to be honest, guys, in the community, we're going to be successful in 5 years. What would Real Madrid and Barcelona say? Answer me that question. We are supposed to be the Barcelona and Real Madrid of England, right? What would Barcelona and Real Madrid say? Big up, Darren, my friend. What's going on, legend? What's going on, Darren? How you doing? How you doing? Keeping out of trouble, I hope. Enrique said that Xavi playing style was long ball. Yeah, surprisingly though, isn't it, Ephraim? Surprising that he was such a great player and he was a legend at Barcelona, yet he played long ball. I mean, I was shocked by the way they played against Man United in the Europa League. And Man United, I felt that they were rubbish, honestly, I'll be honest. Sal, what journalists are you planning to get into the channel? I'm hoping to get a few. I can't say any names. I've already had Ben Jacobs on this show twice. I've had James Robson on this channel. I've had, obviously, Jamie Jackson on this channel. Of course, I've had ex-players on this channel. Hopefully, I'll get some more. I've spoken to Fabrizio Romano before, Fabrizio Romano's very busy, but hopefully maybe if he's free, he could squeeze me in. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. So I might hopefully be able to get him. I have a lot of Italian connects, of course, with Napoli and stuff. I see what I can do. Big up, Pearl. What's going on, my friend? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're good. Good to see you. Good to see Pearl back in the stream. I just split my coffee. Yeah, bastards. Big up the lads tonight. Big up Top Button. How you feeling, mate? Are you good? How you feeling? How you feeling? I hope you're well. I hope you're good, mate. Why did you split your? Why did you split your coffee, mate? What happened? Or you spit your coffee out? You spit your coffee out. What happened, mate? Good morning, Sound Chatbots. Big up Stephanie, the legend. What's going on, Steph? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you in the house. Big up the house. Morning, mate. It's breaking dawn. Morning, mate. It's breaking dawn. Yeah, and Chatterboxes. Yeah, the membership is called Chatterbox. Shah, you wouldn't know about Chatterboxes because you're not a member. Naughty boy. Absolutely. But yeah, it's Chatterboxes is the membership. We're called Chatterboxes. We're all the Chatterboxes in this place. We're all the Chatterboxes. Absolutely. We have to stop a generation plan of the stadium. That is the best option to get them out. I agree, Ephraim. I spoke about it yesterday. If we can try and prevent the government from approving this deal, it would put Ineos under extreme pressure. And I think that's what Man United should do. 55 likes. Thank you so much, Stephanie. Big up yourself. Morning, Triple M. Going on, my brother. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're good. Sal, do these journalists charge anything for coming on YouTube shows? It depends who you are, Gladiator. They don't charge me. It depends who you are. Being in the music industry for 20 years, if you know about Tupac and the Outlaws, Fabrizio Romano knows a guy called Matoya Bill. Matoya Bill used to be called Napoleon out of the Outlaws. I'm close with the Outlaws. I know the Outlaws. Been in the music for 20 years. Went to America working with those guys. So that's how I got to connect with Fabrizio Romano. It depends how good you're doing, and how known you are in the industry. If you're not known, they'll charge. If you're known, they won't charge. You know what I mean? Majority of people get charged. Like some people get charged a lot of money for Fabrizio Romano. Not me. But that's just the way it is. Sorry. Good morning, Stephanie. Randy, big up Randy. How you doing? The difference between Real Madrid and Barcelona and us is that they're owned by fans, never allowed the club drop into the standards, not like United have the worst owners in the world. Absolutely, Chow, spot on, mate. We know Glazers out, Ineos out all day. Well, Sal, I hear you bringing on Gary Neville and Carragher to talk United. Gary Neville, no, they will never come on my channel because they'll get schooled, SLD. No, they're not coming on my channel. I would have loved that. That would have been brilliant, but they're not coming on the channel, Gary Neville and Carragher. Absolutely not. They wouldn't give me a word because at the end of the day, I contradict their opinion too much, and they'll probably get embarrassed. Sorry. Anyway, smash the likes, Pete. Thank you so much, Shah. Big up yourself, Courtney. Ruben Amorim needs to start at least 3 transfer windows. The players must be his own targets, though, and not Ineos targets. I agree with that, Courtney. But we all know, and this is the argument I was saying, no matter what manager comes into Man United, whatever happens, that Ineos, Wilcox, Brailsford, they're going to be picking their own. They're going to be picking the transfers. This is the problem. Ruben Amorim needs a big say when it comes to this football club. You know what I mean? I really do think so. Dorgu was a Ineos signing because we wanted Dorgu before Ruben Amorim came into the football club. And so far, he's young. He needs development, of course. Bologna won their first silverware in 51 years and Newcastle 70 years. Kind of nervous for the Europa final. Oh, goodness me. Kenny, let's not go there. Let's not go with conspiracies, Kenny. We have to just believe, Kenny, my bro. We have to believe. That's all we have to do. We just have to believe. You know what I mean? And keep it positive that we're going to win this Europa League. I know it's going to be difficult. I know it's a flip of a coin. But what we have to do is just believe that we're going to do it. Do you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, guys, at the end of the day...
Do you know Tottenham? What? Tottenham Hotspur?
Topspur?
No.
What's that?
you never heard of them?
No.
Remember that. Remember that, guys. We're not going to move away from that. Just remember that. Big up Gladiator. Beef. The World Cup is money spinning thing. £100 million just for there. I like it. Well, shouldn't be in America. They don't deserve the World Cup. But a coordinated uncoordinated, so I dropped things from the left hand constantly. Coffee was the latest. Oh, sorry, mate. Top bottom. And need someone to blame. You can blame me, mate. You can blame Stretford Post. You made me drop my coffee. I owe you a coffee, mate. One day I'll buy you a coffee, mate. Absolutely. Big up, Stephanie. SLD in the house. Big up, SLD. Hope you're doing well. Ganeva is a plum about playing mind games for the final. It's just been a plonker. You know, all that negativity before final is ridiculous, unacceptable. Ruben Amorim said himself next season he wants to be challenging for the league. Ineos are not preparing for him next season. And I believe, Courtney, that Ruben Amorim is that guy to do that. I believe that Ruben Amorim is that guy to challenge for the league. But obviously, Ineos have got other plans. They got challenging for the league in 10 years. Hopefully, we're here in 10 years to witness it, for goodness sake. Man United shouldn't be looking at 10 years plan. Do you know what I mean? Unbelievable, disgraceful. Do you think United will hire another sporting director? Nope, not anytime soon. Big up Triple M. Totspur, what's that? Exactly, what is that? Who are we playing in the final, guys? I never heard of that team. I never heard of Tottenham. Topspur? Topspur. Who are they, guys? Look, guys, who are Topspur? In the chat, tell me, because I don't know who they are. Never heard of them. Hopefully we'll beat them because we should beat them. Never heard of them. Absolutely. I say, what's going on, my friend? What's going on? So, what's your prediction for tonight's game? 1-1, my guy. 1-1. 1-1 is my prediction for the game. That is my prediction. I love the word at the end of the day. I love this word. Big up. At the end of the day. Thank you so much, Leeson. At the end of the day, it gets dark. At the end of the day, not looking forward to the game tonight. More concerned that we don't pick up any more injuries. UK Darren, you speak my language, son. You speak my language. Monch2, you speak my language. I agree with you, Darren. The biggest concern for me is injuries and not getting a good hiding, because obviously we're going to change the team. It's going to be a very weakened team, of course. So a good hiding means getting slapped up, basically. So hopefully we don't. Hopefully we go out there, assert ourselves. We leave the game with no injuries. And thank goodness for that. Imagine we get another defender injured. Oh, my God. We're not going to have a defense, guys. We're going to be playing Bruno Fernandes in defense. It's going to be peak. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. Goodness me. At the end of the day. Shalom, there's a podcast called Inside United with Laurie Whitwell. Yeah, but the guys that ask the question never ask United to go in to bring in sporting director. Well, I don't know, mate. I don't watch that. I think Ineos have the new stadium as their priority rather than actually trying to compete. That's all they care about. Courtney, all they care about is a regeneration project. All they care about is the new apartments that are going to be built, the new hotels that are going to be built, the franchises that are going to be built around the city that are going to earn them millions and millions. That's all they care about. The concerts at the new Old Trafford, you know, worried about Beyonce concerts and things like that. Do you know what I mean? Simply Red. You know what I mean? Before a game and stuff, making money. That's all well and good. But you know what? You need to have a successful football team on a football pitch. Look at Tottenham. Tottenham are being bantered about their stadium. Tottenham have got a beautiful stadium. But people are bantering them because they're not winning anything. And hopefully we're not the first to let them win anything in 20 years. What is the best advice you get from people? The best advice I get from people... There's so many good people I've met that gave me good advice. Life's about timing. Everything is timing, you know. Patience. Talk a lot about that here. Patience is a reward. It's underrated. One of my best sayings is that if someone slams the door shut in your face, build your own door. That is, I always say that, you know. If someone slams the door, you just have to build your own door and make enough noise so that, you know, they can never deny you and then they can never, you know, and they have to support you, you know. That's what I would say. There's loads, though. No, big up. Kenny, why wasn't Gary Neville calling out the ownership when he was so quick to tweet about not a Forest owner? Yeah, because he's conflict of interest, Kenny. Conflict of interest. He's got his interest at heart. He wants that regeneration project, hotel football and stuff like that. That's what he wants. That's what he wants at the end of the day. Love that clip. Absolutely. That clip is going to be played all week, Courtney, to remind everyone who we're playing. Topspur? Topspur? We're playing Topspur. We're not worried about Topspur. Don't worry about Topspur and Solanke and players like that. At the end of the day, yeah, that is it. Nearly the bottom Spurs. Big up. Topspur. Is it Totspur we're playing, Stephanie? Or is it Spurs? And San Antonio Spurs? So I thought I say that we play a few kids there now, 1 or 2 seniors. I agree, Beef Bully. I can't agree with you more, Beef Bully, about that. I would do exactly the same. I'll play a few youngsters and a couple of experienced players. Absolutely. Randy, Tottenham Cold Spurs on the menu. Absolutely. Oh, goodness me. Big up, everyone. Big up. My score tonight, 2-1 narrow loss. I'd hate losing. And I know what's going to happen. The trolls are going to come out again. You know what I mean? People like Sonny Milan and that are going to come out again and start talking their trash. Unfortunately, it's Spurs. It can work like that. Top Spur. Sal, 100%. Big up, Darren. We can get 40 power points tonight if we draw. Yes! We used to get... Teams have got 100 points. Bad, isn't it? Be yourself because everyone else is taken. Absolutely. There you go. There you go. There you go. Smile whilst you still have teeth. There you go. Yep, I agree. I completely agree with you. Big up, Courtney. Big up yourself. I'm scared we can get injuries today. That's the biggest concern, isn't it? Because at the end of the day, I'm not too scared about Tottenham. I'm more scared about injuries. We've already got a lot of injuries. I know Tottenham have got injuries. Of course, I know that. I'm not going to blame it on injuries, but we don't want any more. We've got enough to deal with at the moment, especially in defence. It's funny how we get a lot of injuries in defence, isn't it? We get a lot of injuries in defence. Aiden Heaven, Licha Martinez, Yoro, Evans. It is a little bit weird how we're getting all these injuries in defence. Strange but true. Strange but true at the end of the day, guys. Absolutely. But yeah, look, you know what? We're going to be counting down to that game. But I will be doing the watch along tonight, guys, for Man United against Chelsea. I mean, I hope that we go out there relaxed. I hope that we can go out there, without any pressure. And maybe that might work in Man United's favour. Man United, without the pressure, might go out there and do something that we don't expect. Do you know what I mean? I believe that Sancho is cup-tied, so can't play in this game. Not that they were missing much, but there you go. I would like to see Montato, though. I definitely would. Shah, what's your best Premier League 11 side? What's my best Premier League 11 side? Dennis Irwin, Jaap Stam, Ronnie Johnson, Gary Neville, Roy Keane, Paul Scholes, Ryan Giggs, David Beckham, Dwight York, Andy Cole. My second team? Dennis Irwin, Gary Pallister, Steve Bruce, Paul Parker, Brian Robson, Roy Keane, Ryan Giggs, Lee Sharp, Eric Cantona, Mark Hughes. Oh, I mean, look, it's going to be all Man United players because Man United have dominated English football, unlike anyone else. Liverpool have won 2 titles in 30 years, 25, 30 years, I don't know. It's a long time. You know what I mean? And and then they're getting giddy, mad. Morning, brother. Who's winning the cage fight? What's the cage fight? I haven't clocked onto it, mate. Sorry. Stephanie, 60 likes. Wow, amazing. Big up. Big up, Courtney. Big up. Heaven is in our squad. Heaven is in the traveling squad. Good news. Brilliant news. Heaven is back. Place on earth. Belinda Carlisle. Heaven is a place on earth. You know what I mean? I'm really, really happy with that. Because I didn't want to see Linda Soft in the lineup. I would much prefer Heaven if he plays, of course. Is he match fit? Do you think the physio team are to blame for long injuries? Yes, I think the medical department needs a strong look at. Also, dedication. Culture at the football club. Of course, that is what the problem is. Not working hard enough in training. Our players back in the day used to stay behind training. Like players like Eric Cantona, they used to stay behind in training, etc., etc. They don't do that anymore. Our defenders are working overtime. Forwards have the easiest time on the pitch. Lazy. When we got so many injuries in the team, it's mad. Big up, GK. Hope you're doing well. 2 Times, 36 years. Flipping hell. Heaven is back. Let's get him in. We need him, guys. 94, 95, 99, and diverse side was too shabby. In regards to 99 was my favourite team. 1994 were hampered by the European law that you can only play a certain amount of foreigners in the European. I think that Man United team would have went on to win the Champions League. 99 was my favourite team. 2008, I think, was the most talented team, if I'm being real. Tevez, Rooney, Ronaldo. Unbelievable. But 1999 was the best team. in my opinion. Could have beaten anyone in any era. Good morning, brother. Who's winning the cage fight, you or Saeed? A cage fight between me and Saeed, I'd win. I'm not being arrogant. I'd win. You know? He doesn't know my history, so you know what I mean? So I wouldn't talk too much about that because I'm in the UAE, but he doesn't know my history with street fighting and stuff like that. So at the end of the day, yeah. Any day, anywhere, any place, anywhere. At the end of the day, I don't give up easily. I'm a nutter. I bite your ear off, mate. So don't do that. You don't want to do that, mate. Absolutely. For charity, I'll do it. Absolutely 100%. Which club is the first position to sign Rashford, as it's not Aston Villa themselves? I heard on Sky, but didn't mention who else in for him for 40 million. Barcelona, apparently he's waiting for Barcelona transfer. That's what he's waiting for at the end of the day. Our fitness and medical department are so shit. We need better people in charge in that department. Yeah, I agree. Sam, hit the like button. Yo, Sal, the real deal, unlike the Clueless United view. Big up, Sam. I love you, brother. Thank you so much. Hope you're doing well. Our injuries to defenders is because they work the hardest. Our attackers are. Could be true, Randy. Could be a point. Could be a point. Fletcher and Sam, Mother Morehouse. Yeah, Morehouse. I like Morehouse, by the way, GK. Us and Spurs will be the worst either team to win the European League. I don't know about that. I think we're better than Frankfurt and that. You know what I mean? We'll beat Frankfurt. No, Onana in your all-time 11, disgraceful. SLD, sorry, mate. Sorry, mate. I forgot about Onana. Peter Schmeichel will be in both goals. Yeah. Or Van der Sar. Van der Sar and Peter Schmeichel. Does Barca actually need Rashford? No. They'll be wasting their money. I'll be honest. I want him to go, but Barcelona would be wasting their money. Absolutely. Onana is a club legend. Yeah. He's a club legend. I tell you one thing, guys. I tell you one thing, right? We won't forget him in a hurry. We won't forget Onana in a hurry. We definitely won't forget Onana. I just hope he has a very, very, very good game against Tottenham next week. That's all I care about. A very, very good, you know what I mean, a game against Tottenham. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. That's how it is. Onana, legend of the toilet. Absolutely. Big up, Dylan. Barca will drag Rashford saga on for long. Oh, God. He needs to go. He won't play for Man United anymore. Club legend in conceding goals. Yeah, being a clown. I mean, you know what? What I would say to you guys right now, what I would say to you guys is that his career is still young at Man United. A lot can happen. A lot can happen at Man United. His career is still very, very young. You know what I mean? We signed the wrong Onana. Yeah. Onana, clone of Barthez. Barthez was better than Onana. At least Barthez won the World Cup, saved penalties, done big things at France level. Yeah, done well at Monaco as well. You know. I hope Onana does not do any madness in the final. I hope so, bruv. I hope so, Ephraim. I really do. Club legend as ball playing goalkeeper. Yeah. Ball playing. Absolutely. Playing my mind. I do hope it's third time lucky for Onana. I hope so as well. We do hope so, Beef Bully. I hope that Bruno is second time lucky, isn't it? I hope that we do get to win it, and I hope we will win it, guys. Thank you, everyone who has spent their time on Stretford Post this morning. You're absolute legends. Happy Friday, and I'll see you later on for the watch-along between Man United and Chelsea. I will be live at 10:45 p.m. in the night. Game kicks off 11:15, doesn't it? I will be live then, guys. Make sure you put your notifications on, and please don't forget to smash a like on the video and subscribe if you're new, guys. That'd be absolutely fantastic, guys. Thank you so much. You know, yeah, and yeah, I get up in the morning. I do a 5K run, right? I you know, that's what I do, right? I get all that energy out of me, then I come and talk to you guys, right? And then you know what I do? I'm ready for the day, guys. I'm ready for the day, and I'm ready for United later on. I'm prepared for this week, guys. I'm prepared. And you know what? Top Spur, we're coming for you, mate. We're coming for Top Spur. Big up. Man United beast is coming. The beast is about to awaken, guys. Have a great day, night, wherever you are in the world, guys. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you later, I hope. Peace. Take it easy.